If justice represents balance and consequence, the next stage of the Major Arcana journey suspends movement altogether. The Hanged Man Tarot meaning is not about punishment, defeat, or failure. It is about reversal, voluntary suspension for the sake of transformation. Where justice stands upright and measures, the Hanged Man hangs willingly. This card symbolizes surrender, altered perspective, sacrifice, and insight gained not through force, but through letting go. It is the paradox of progress through stillness. The Hanged Man represents the moment when action stops working. The hero cannot push forward. Strategy collapses, control dissolves. The ego realizes that effort alone will not produce breakthrough. But this is not defeat, it is initiation. From a Jungian psychology perspective, the Hanged Man corresponds to the archetype of voluntary sacrifice, the ego surrendering to a greater totality. Carl Jung described individuation as a process in which the conscious ego must confront and integrate deeper psychic layers. At certain stages, identity must loosen for growth to occur. Psychologically, the Hanged Man represents reframing, seeing reality from a radically different angle. Hanging upside down symbolizes inversion of habitual perception. What once seemed stable appears uncertain. What once seemed threatening may reveal hidden opportunity. The halo around his head suggests illumination. Insight arises precisely because perspective has changed. In Christian symbolism, the Hanged Man strongly echoes the image of Jesus Christ on the cross, sacrifice leading to redemption. The archetype of transformation through suffering is central to Christian theology. However, unlike crucifixion imagery, the Hanged Man appears calm, almost serene. His surrender is conscious, not imposed. The paradox is clear. Loss becomes gain. In Norse mythology, the clearest parallel is Odin hanging upon the world tree, Yggdrasil for 9 nights. He sacrifices himself to himself in order to gain the knowledge of runes. This myth is perhaps the most precise mirror of the Hanged Man archetype. Odin is not defeated. He chooses suspension to access hidden wisdom. Knowledge requires surrender. In Greek mythology, a related figure is Prometheus, bound and punished for bringing fire to humanity. His suffering becomes the cost of enlightenment. The theme of sacrifice preceding transformation appears repeatedly across traditions. Mystery religions in antiquity also involved symbolic death before rebirth. The initiate metaphorically dies to former identity before awakening into new consciousness. In Buddhism, the Hanged Man parallels the principle of non-attachment. Enlightenment arises when clinging ceases. Meditation itself resembles suspension, a deliberate pause in striving. Insight emerges when resistance relaxes. In Islamic and Sufi traditions, the concept of Fana, dissolution of ego, echoes this archetype. The self must be overturned for deeper truth to appear. Inversion symbolizes humility. From the perspective of Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, the Hanged Man corresponds to the ordeal, symbolic death before transformation. The hero must relinquish old identity. There is no rebirth without suspension. The visual symbolism of the Hanged Man tarot card reinforces these meanings. He hangs from a living tree, suggesting that suspension occurs within growth, not destruction. His leg forms a cross-like shape, symbolizing sacrifice. His expression is peaceful, indicating acceptance rather than struggle. The halo represents enlightenment gained through reversal. Unlike the chariot, there is no motion. Unlike justice, there is no judgment. Unlike the hermit, there is no walking. There is waiting. The Hanged Man tarot meaning teaches that sometimes progress requires non-action, not passivity, but conscious surrender. When ego-driven control fails, a deeper integration becomes possible. If the Fool represents potential, the Magician will. The High Priestess, hidden wisdom. The Empress, life. The Emperor, structure. The Hierophant, tradition. The Lover's choice. The Chariot, direction. Strength, mastery. The Hermit, solitude. The Wheel, fate. And Justice, balance. Then the Hanged Man represents surrender. He symbolizes altered perception, voluntary sacrifice, spiritual awakening, and transformation through reversal. The journey pauses, not because it has failed, but because something fundamental must shift before it can continue.